Somerset for the next 2 days. We're on a place called Durleigh Reservoir, which is a big 80-acre water. I've got peg 8 for the next 2 days, so you can fish from 8 in the morning till 8:30 at night on here. So it is unfortunately only day tickets. Just here with my brother. Come from Manchester, we've got family which was staying up here, so we came and joined them last night, and now we've got 2 day sessions on here. We've literally only just set up now. To make things easy, I decided to fish 3 rods in a line at 27.5 wraps, aiming for a green buoy which was out in front of me. I started out with 2 combi rigs with snowman bait presentation and a spinner rig set up with a white pop-up. These were all fished on lead clips. I fired out a few spoms a bit short at 25 wraps, which ensured I was fishing just off the back of the baited areas. This was closer to the middle of the reservoir where I expected the fish to be holding up. I'd heard there was a lot of bream in the reservoir, so only baited up with boilies to try and avoid them. I stopped and waited for passing traffic before sending out my last spom. Then it was time to quickly set up the bivvy, as there was a lot of dark clouds heading our way. Show you the spot mix we're using. So we got some cheap pink crafty catcher boilies and some Nash scopehead squid. Just in a bit of grill liquid. So the weather's quickly changed, it's now hailstoning and raining hard. So I quickly set up the bivvy and now we're hiding away. Over the next 2 days, the weather could not make up its mind. The wind picked up and started blowing towards, and it would change between hail and heavy rain to sun, all in the space of about 10 minutes. So I mentioned that we're fishing in Somerset, and it was about a 4-hour drive from Manchester yesterday. So I've actually got family which is staying in a house up here, which they've rented. And it's actually the house which is just up there. So them 2 V-Lux roof windows, the left one's actually my bedroom, so we're not far at all from the reservoir. But as soon as we found out that they were staying right near a big reservoir, we had a look into it and found that it's got a good head of carp and some big fish as well, up to like 36 pound I think. So we jumped on it and came down. So we're just going for a little tactic change. I'm going to whack out a solid bag, see if we can get a bite on that. There is a lot of bream in here, but I'd save a blank at the minute. So we have just had a fish on the solid bag, and it was a bream like we was expecting. I was going to show you, but I had it in the net while I sent the rod back out with another bag on, and it escaped unfortunately. I'll show you the next one. I'm sure the bag will do another bream, but I'm going to keep going with them and hope that we can get a carp on a bag. The other 2 are out on combi rigs and a spinner rig, so covering all bases. I've got 3 different rigs, 3 different baits. So tomorrow we'll have a better idea on what's going to work and what won't. But I'll show you the next bream that I catch. Nothing to shout home about, but this is the 3rd bream now. This one came on a combi rig and it took a big snowman with a scopehead squid and then a pink sent from Hill pop-up. Balancing on the top. The first one was the biggest. The second one was only a little skimmer, and then That's it. Now we just need a carp. Straight away the rod on the bag did another bream. I put the 4th fish back and it wasn't long before another one followed. It soon became an onslaught of bream. Bream number 5. Had to play it in this. Bream number 6. This one's either just spawned or getting ready to spawn. Playing the numbers game. This is now bream number 7. Still no carp. Happy though because it shows my rigs are all working. Just need a carp to beat it to the spot. Bream number 8. We've got an hour and a half left. Apparently bite time is just before you've got to be off, so we've still got time. Number 9. Number 10. Number 11. So we're back at the house now. This is a view from my bedroom window of the res. So I was fishing over there by that little tree on the far bank. So we are really close. No carp today, just the 11 bream. Fingers crossed we can get amongst some carp tomorrow. Morning guys, we're on the bank for day 2 at Durleigh Reservoir, and today started how yesterday left off. So I decided to tie some more bags up yesterday. So I tied 9 bags up on little leaders, pre-made them all last night, and within the first hour I've had 8 bream. Not bothered showing you any of them because they're not what we're here to catch. So we've now got no rods on solid bags anymore. We've got 2 rods on spinner rigs and then 1 back on the combi with a big snowman. So I've not had any bites since the change, so fingers crossed it is keeping the bream away, but we just need to hope them carp come along and find it. So the morning was chaos. I had the best intentions of working through the bream on bags all day for the hope of hooking a passing carp. However, all 3 rods went off after only 5 minutes of casting out. I landed the first 3 bream and then quickly looped on my next 3 pre-tied bags, and it wasn't long until all of them went off again. Within that first hour I had landed 8 bream and missed 1. My solid bag tactic wasn't going to work today with the way the bream was on the feed. They must have just spawned and were now getting their heads down. This explains the tubercles and the fresh marks that most of them were sporting. Guessing that's another bream. The bite indication is awful, but I'm using a 3.5 ounce lead. So you normally just get a couple of beeps like that, and you can just see the bobbin almost vibrating. Then you pick into the rod and just reel in like you're reeling your spod back in. With a bream on the end. I was losing the will to live this morning. So we're on no more solid bags for now. So we're running out of time now, it's 5:30. With gates close at 8:30. But I've got to pack everything down and it's a long walk back to the car park. It's rained constantly all day and the wind's been horrendous again. It's actually flat calm now. This is the first time I've seen it like this. I think we've had 18 bream today. So we had 11 bream yesterday and 18 bream today, so been catching fish, just not the ones we're after. I'll show you the water now. Not even a ripple. It was like the sea before, the waves were lapping up all the way to my alarms. And now it's flat. So we're fishing out in front of that green and orange buoy. Quite a bit short, I'm at 25 wraps. I'm guessing it's probably about 40 wraps to there because I'm quite a bit short. You can actually see the water slicking up. I'm pretty sure it's bream again. I reckon if I still had solid bags on, I'd be getting more bream now. So everyone who I've spoke to said that the bites come in the last half an hour before you've got to be off. So around 8 o'clock is bite time. If you're planning on coming fishing this reservoir, I definitely advise having a barrow. It's a long walk to the car park. So I'm not looking forward to lugging all this stuff back, especially with it all being soaking wet. We've got big snowman rigs on all 3 rods now, so we've got bottom bait of about 18mm. Up to a 14mm pop-up, and since I moved on to them on all 3 rods I've only had 2 bream. Both have come in the worst weather possible. I had to go out and play them for nothing. Last chance saloon. So finally, with minutes left until we have to bring the rods in, this lovely mirror, an old warrior of 25 pounds 8 ounces, for every inch of the way in. And while I was playing this one, my other alarm screamed off and that one's just waiting in the sling. So I'll stick this one back and we'll have a look at the other. And then the second of the mad double take. Right. There's this lovely 16-pound common. Looks like it's full of spawn. It's coming up to that time of the year now. But I made up, I'm buzzing. I had to get through the bream to eventually get 2 carp. I think we had 18 bream in total today. And then we had 11 yesterday. But these 2 carp have made up for it. So I'm going to get it back and get out of here before I get the gates locked on me.